I'm talking with Ike Levine, who's been in the microalgae business for a long time. What were some of your accomplishments that got you to where you are today?
Well, I was really fortunate to study under some of the real giants. I've had 1 foot in the applied algal world and 1 foot in being a professor of algae. I own the largest seaweed farm, actually the largest algae farms, but I don't think there's been an algal farm larger than 123 acres. So in the 1990s in Canadian waters and in Maine, we raised prophyra, both for nori sheets, but also for R-phycoerythrin, a red pigment used in cancer therapy. But we had to close the farm because of water use conflict. I've had the great opportunity to do both microalgae and seaweed farming to really learn the art of algae farming as well as the science. So merging those two has really been the joy of my career. In the last 9 years, a group of us started the Algae Foundation. It's an offshoot of the Algae Biomass Organization, which was a trade organization. The professors who were part of that board wanted to do more about education. We've reached 160,000 students in 100 countries and all states of the United States. And we just started the Algae Prize. We're down to 15 finalists out of 60 teams and almost 400 students, $130,000 in prize money. And the amazing thing is, of the 15 finalists, there is zero overlap. We have seaweed, microalgae production, processing, ecological services, genetics. It's an amazing array of ideas. It'll be a great mentoring and networking opportunity for the young people to meet the movers and groovers of the algae academic world as well as the commercial world. Is all about building skills of these young people to make them more successful.
Where do you see it going in the next 5 years?
Well, our Algae Academy, which is a K-12 effort, we've reached over 130,000 students. I would like to be in every school district, if not every school in America. Presently, we have 2 online MOOCs, or massive open online courses, that can be found on Coursera.org. These are free college-level courses. We've had about 27,000 students take it. Well, the Algae Academy is all about changing young people's perception of algae from ick to awesome. I mean, there's a real opportunity to affect global climate change and poverty and rural disadvantages and deforestation. Algae can play a massive role.
One of the other programs that's been very successful, Federation of Spirulina Growers in France. There's 120 or more spirulina entrepreneurs all over France. They're also putting out that word as well.
Well, it's amazing how many microfarms there are in India. I've been in some of the ashrams just north of Puducherry, where with 0 electricity and 10 women, their productivity is 11 grams per meter squared per day. In terms of spirulina, that matches some of the highest reports in the world, and their spirulina is famous all over the world. So the effectiveness of spirulina microfarms, we have formed a partnership with the Future Farmers of America. And what we'd like to be able to highlight to them is the ability of algae and American farming to merge. Algae should be part of many farms, including spirulina microfarms.
When you look at the microalgae industry, one of the issues is getting costs down. I mean, if spirulina, it costs $10,000 a ton, and it's been that way for quite a few decades.
Yes.
How do we get down to $2,000 a ton where it's competitive with other protein sources?
I don't have personally information on how to reduce the price of spirulina, but spirulina is such a superfood. You know, if you look at the tonnage that is sold presently, it obviously has remained successful despite its high price.
Do you involve algae in your personal life? Is it on your menu?
I have 3 grandsons under the age of 4, and I test out on them all different flavors of algal strips, and they consume it. You know, they gorge on it. I also had a sushi catering company, and so algae was a part of our home life all the time.
If you were putting up a billboard anywhere, what would you say about algae?
The power of algae to transform the human condition. Do I think algae can save the world? I think it can have a major part. And
Right.
so I always end the conversation by asking someone to take a deep breath and then thank the algae.